Hey, what's up guys? My name is Shawnee and today we'll be analyzing this game played by your favorite analyst, AUI 2000. We'll be toggling between his stream to hear comms and back here to further analyze the game. If you're looking to raise your MMR, learn shot calling and outfarm your opponent, then this video is for you. Let's get started. Alright, so check out AUI's starting items. He goes double branch, double slipper, tangos, and a quelling. The branches will be turned into a wand, and the slippers offer great stats, although they shouldn't grow up to be wraith bands. Aoi specifically buys one set of tangos, and he's said to do this because you can send out more regen with your wand or boots instead. If you buy two sets of tangos at the start, that's essentially more net worth not being used to win the lane. The quelling blade is a little bit more complicated, and it's great for three things. Number 1, it offers 6 additional damage for ranged heroes, and for a low base damage carry like Gyro, that really comes in handy. That extra damage helps you out CS your opponent and just generally farm faster. Number 2, it helps with pathing. You can cut trees to farm faster or use it to escape your opponent. And lastly, it's cheap. Although an item mostly bought by melee heroes, for 150 gold it offers better CSing and better pathing. This is why you'll see this item on other low base damage ranged heroes such as Drow, TA, and Luna. The first thing AUI does in lane is of course think about the matchup. What does he need to do to win the lane? In this case, the process starts even before the creeps spawn. He starts cutting these trees right here, and if you weren't sold on the quelling blade yet, check this out. He does this because it allows Clockwork and SK to not sneak up on him in CM. It also grants him the ability to win the sentry war on SK since CM can hide her sentry here, for example, and SK can't hide his. Since both Gyro and CM are ranged, and they're against two melee heroes, they'll definitely be able to kill his sentry before they can kill CM's. Let's look at AUI's build here. He went 0-1-4 plus stats. Pause the video if you want to take a second and think, why does he go this build? What does this help him do? Well, it maximizes his farm, right? With stacks being made for him, he takes these quickly and effectively. He's not looking to kill heroes right now, he wants to get his GPM as high as possible. A great carry player is always looking at the clock, and in this case it's almost time to stack. Rather than tunnel visioning in and just farming the stacks right away, he waits and stacks both of these camps. He brings the camps together, flat cannons and ults. Let's fast forward just to see how much farm this really is. Now with the power of this build, he became the top net worth in the game. Alright, so here we see Chives make a really great play here. So Aoi's farming, right? And he's sort of farming normally, but in a second he's going to pop his flat cannon, right? As soon as he's done stacking. See, he's still stacking again. And check out what Charles does with his courier here. Okay, he puts it right over the camp so that AUI has vision to flat cannon it. Check this out. See that? He pings it out, just says, hey, you know, there you go. These are the little things that really high MMR players do without even necessarily telling you that they're going to do them. It's just sort of thinking of every single possible way to maximize golden experience. Now's a good time to check in on his items. Dragonlance is overall just a good purchase right now. It offers great stats, and although the range of the actual flat cannon isn't bigger, it still allows him to hit something farther away that could then proc a flat cannon to hit a further away target. Here you can see how he seamlessly goes from farming to killing a tower and back to farming. This is the foundation behind a great carry player. They never waste a second. A Mask of Madness is also just another good purchase because you can disassemble it into a Butterfly and Titanic, which are two items pretty much every Gyro gets. Stick around to learn why Butterfly is especially good this game. And lastly, the Sanjayasha offers status resistance, which has been pretty broken for a long time. So much so that Storms and Timbers are going Sanjakaya over Bloodstone. So this video is 100% primarily about AUI, but I still want to talk about other things that are important to the game because things that his team does that we do affects the way that he has to play. So in this case, I want to go over a crucial mistake that I make that ends up forcing us to sort of lose the fight here. And I bet you've made a similar mistake in your gameplay, so I figured I would just talk about it. So I see the Medusa farming here. I decided to toss the Veno onto him because OD is dead. We have vision over the triangle right here, right? Like we have vision here. So it's kind of clear that he is actually alone here. So I said, Veno, come here. I'll toss you onto him, right? Now here's the crucial mistake. I'm gonna pause here, and you think what is the crucial mistake, and you can play it when you're ready. So the crucial mistake here is that I take this path up the stairs as opposed to this one. Why is that such a mistake? Well, the enemy team will of course TP here because AY's actually gotten rid of this top tower here. So you know they're going to come around this flank here. So by going here, I pretty much take myself out of the fight because I'm super squishy target and I'm easy to go on, right? So I come here, check out what happens. So, you know, I come to get involved here. I just immediately get stunned by the Sand King. Now, I'm going to pause it one more time right here. Imagine if I was right here and I had my ulti and I'm just ulting this Dusa. We probably just win the game, right? But I make mistakes and that's the thing, you know?
Oh shit. Oh. Oh dear. Okay.
Got a mana.
Is that being?
This ain't good. Here. Oh shit, poggers.
Nice.
Right, my bad, I BKB too early. I didn't realize the fight was going that bad for us, Jesus.
They're
one hit on
like,
AA.
And one hit on SK. So,
yeah.
I don't have my
He's
ulti,
dead, he's
so.
dead. Oh, he's tower aura, dude. Patch.
So this next concept is something that you can 100% apply to your mindset right away. It's not like it's going to take too long. And I think you've heard this before. I'm going to tell you anyway, which is that you have to keep lanes pushed. Now, I'm going to go into further detail because, as I said, I figure that you've heard this before. So check out to see what AUI does here, and then you'll sort of realize why this is smart, okay? So if you smoke, it's really important that you make sure that there is not a ward over where you're smoking, so the enemy team doesn't see you smoke. So right here, we're all smoking. So you'd think that AUI would just come with us. Here's the thing. No. Because if we are all off the map and lanes are pushing, it's very obvious that we are up to something. We're either roshing, we're either hitting, we're either roshing or we're either going to gank them, right? So by showing one hero, it might be possible that we are smoked behind him or whatever, but it actually makes them think as opposed to just knowing that we're up to something.
There's no Sun King.
What are we doing? Are we trying to...
I'm not too sure.
Just gonna...
From mid.
Warding this again.
I'm just gonna go farm.
Oh,
Oh, are we fighting here? Okay.
I can toss you.
Bit hard to me to join the fight.
Yeah. We're out.
Sun King's coming to the right.
Good.
Oh,
Beat by your...
Okay.
Trying to
Turn around, I can force.
Nice.
Bro, we're down for your fight.
Go back and
Oh,
block.
okay.
He's going to rocket.
Let's chill, chill.
Just
Focus,
chill.
someone.
Alright.
So this fight starts off with the Veno being banished. Okay, so I, as a Snapfire, I want to be able to force him. I want to cookie him out. I want to do everything I can to save this guy, right? So I cookie him. All right, so I should don't cookie him. I just force him. But Aoi says something here that is just kind of impressive. I have an Ags, but while the fight is happening, while it's starting, while he has to think about his Titanic and his BKB and everything that he has to do in this fight, he reminds me to make sure that I gobble this guy and save him from, you know, the AA blast and everything else that's coming his way, right? So it's just something to sort of think about, that it's not just about your spells when you're in a fight. You also want to communicate allied spells. So I just thought that's definitely worth mentioning. This guy would have 100% died to the OD ult. Now he's back into the fight, and you can kind of see how important that was.
There we go. 4 seconds. Eat him.
Nice.
Nice one. Very good.
Hog, please.
I can heal you on Veno with Cookie.
Yeah.
It's really good.
They use a lot of shit.
Yeah. Duso deal. I don't know if
I
they use
guess,
Duso.
I guess I hitting Roche and them the clockwork.
Yeah.
They did not use Duso.
So after that Clockwork dies and OD's used ult, we feel comfortable with going to Roche. Now, here's the thing. We're not exactly sure if we're going to finish this Roche. AUI made it sort of clear that we actually have a 5v4 advantage here. So we actually smoke up here while Aoi stays into the pit. And we land a Gale here, and he decides, let's just fight. We got a 5v4, we have vision. I toss the Veno into the back line. It's really good. Like, this guy does not have ulti. you know, Chives is wasting his time. I'm getting gone on the back line here, but he's spending a lot of time going on me here. And, like, I'm trying my best to get out of here. Unfortunately, OD has a haste, but you can sort of see that the power of a 5v4 when you have vision. Like, you don't necessarily need to Roche. You just need to force them into a fight. And that's what going into Roche does. When you go into Roche, you're saying, hey, enemy team, you have to do something. You either have to contest or you got to push out lanes or whatever, but you have to do something. You're forcing a movement from your enemy. And then, of course, now we go back and we Roche.
You can smoke yourself for the ward.
Oops.
Can I toss you in on Venom?
Yeah, let's go. Go fight him.
I'm tossing you on AA. Maybe we can kill him.
Fuck.
A use a blast. No blast. Dead King in the back 1 HP. Dead.
Yuzo.
It's a hasted,
Yuzo.
Hop
No
on
mana.
fire.
Fight this, guys.
Please. Over you are.
Getting chased by OD. I'm dead.
Not bad.
It's fine.
Nice.
Carry died. OD?
Nice.
Hey,
Let's
what a toss, my friend.
Hey, run to Roche.
So this next fight coming up is why I decided to make this video. AUI makes a call that honestly was the most galaxy brain call that I have heard in a pub in a long time. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to make a video on this. So this is the fight. I'm going to play it from here. I'm going to walk you through it, of course. I'm going to show you from his perspective on his stream so you can hear the call. But please enjoy. So OD blinks onto this Veno. Unfortunately, his team is not really with OD. We don't really know that, but we decided let's just get in there anyway. I Snapfire out from the back line with some support for the front line. OD buys back, Clockwork buys back. Now we have to back up a little bit. I think CM dies here, unfortunately. But we have position to the high ground now with Medusa's BKB expiring. As you can see, they're not able to burst Gyro due to that butterfly that we spoke about earlier. Medusa and OD do not want to buy MKB. AUI points out that OD is on our backlines. You can see that AUI is not getting close to dying. Like he's maybe like 80% HP at the lowest. Okay? Medusa buys back now. Pretty much everyone's bought back. AA is the only one who is dead. Now, I'm going to pause the video in just a second. Alright. AUI gets rocket flared, right? Now, what would you do? You can think about it for a little bit. So here's what I think I would do in, you know, a normal, non-professional player. Is sort of back off from the rocket, you know, maybe not get hooked, watch for the steal, you know, let someone sand here to block the Clockwork from stealing Roche. But, you know, back off. You don't need to rush it. You can slowly do Roche, right? Like, it's okay. And just make sure you have someone blocking it. Now, check out what he does instead. Tells us to smoke around. How do they know? They have no idea. The rocket flares ran out. This is preventing them from doing what they want to do. OD literally blinked into the pit. I want to show you guys that again. Look at this OD. Look at what OD does. And how we essentially win the game off of this call because of what OD does here. He blinks into the pit. He thinks the Roche is very low, so he decides to make a play. Alright, he gets cookied before his BKB can get off, and we win the game. You know, we just have to deal with this Dusa, whom we've dealt with in the past. You see, AUI is not really getting close to dying. He hasn't even popped his Satanic yet. It's like, this Butterfly against OD Dusa, yeah, there's the rage quit.
They know it's
Oh no.
It's real.
Oh no. Oh, is it worth it for that guy?
Nice. Yes.
Fall back, careful.
Got stunned.
Hard fight.
Is that a force right there?
I can
Yeah, I
TP in
got you.
5. I
Nice.
can TP in 5. I can TP in 5. Hang in there.
You have BKB? No.
TPing in.
I don't have BKB. On me?
Up where
That's
you are.
Satanic.
OD's on me.
OD in the back. OD has no BKB.
Let me toss you.
Lucian's getting murdered, man.
Nice. Try to get more.
You survive it.
He's above
Use the
that.
bot out.
Not can
Force
go
a
out.
fight out Roshan. If you kill
Yeah,
them,
I'm
you
gonna
win.
hit this.
I don't have anything right now. Like I'm useless.
You should
besides-
buy Salvin on snap.
Okay, when this rocket stops, we're gonna smoke at them, okay? Okay,
Let's go.
come back, guys. Smoke, go. Go. Okay, go like this. Go around the left side.
Sounds good. Oh,
He just blinked
OD
in.
go in. OD go in.
Cody.
Yep, yes, BKB.
I don't have BKB.
I cooking him. I got
Nice,
it.
nice,
Very
nice.
Nice.
This is
On the
BKB.
Medusa.
He had the
Yes,
DD, he had the DD.
Yes,
Careful.
yes, yes.
I can toss you.
He doesn't have life still, actually. Dead. Let's go throne instead.
Yeah, we can take Roshan first real quick.
I'll deal with the links. You guys can go.
That's good.
Yeah,
Bye.
he just left. We both
He's
have
gonna
no buyback.
Oh,
This
what a
guy's a
guy.
god.
Oh, yes.
With the Aegis. Oh, the shard. He's shard and cheese.
I don't even have space for it.
Wow, that was a nice call there, buddy.
That was really smart. That is why I wanted to make this video. I just think that professional players do what the opponent does not expect. You cannot do the obvious play. You cannot always do the obvious play. Sometimes the obvious plays work because you know your opponent can genuinely do nothing about it. And if we had done the obvious play there, maybe it would have worked out. But one, this was way more fun, and two, there are other cases where you definitely need to make a play like that to succeed. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Do let me know down in the comments what kind of video you want to see next. I really enjoyed making this one. Really honestly, I had a blast doing it. So yeah, please let me know, and I'll see you guys soon.